for here. And before we begin, we have to talk about this. Today she dropped, and man, just look at her. I even feel bad myself for doubting I was going to pull for her. Not pulling for her was going to be the crime. Not for all OTCs, probably not probably. It's the second best female singer in Limbus Company. So yeah, it's pretty much as sure I'm going to be pulling for her. I doubt I make a video or something like it. No, yeah. I'm not very adept in solo mirror dungeons or teams mirror dungeons. I don't tend to find them. Well, doing myself, I do see the videos sometime and then, but doing them myself, I don't find it that much entertaining. So I don't have the knowledge for all the, how you call it, Tego gifts you are supposed to get. So I doubt I'm going to make a video, but still, have for sure going to pull for her. If you saw the teaser and played Limbus Company, you can tell me what did you think about her in the commentaries. More about the end of the teaser, right? The little surprise it has. But that's enough. Limbus Company. It's level Ruina die, so we can continue. If I remember correctly, we left it in the second part of the room. I guess I have one floor ready. Ah yeah, I could have made. Well, I guess let's do one more with what we already have, and we can change to not maybe with hot. Yes, hot with a bleed build with Sayotu. Oh.
오늘 공연은 영 시원치 않네.
Today's performance isn't going too well.
오잉크, 좀 더 박자를 살려야지.
Oink, you gotta keep the beat.
이곳 구구는 음악의 성지라고 피아니스트의 성지인 거야.
District 9 is the sacred ground for music. It's the homeland of the pianist.
아이씨, 내 나름대로 최선을 다하고 있는 거야.
Come on, man. I'm doing my best, see?
혹시 희우가 했던 말이 아직도 신경 쓰여?
Are you still bothered by what he said?
어떻게 신경을 안 쓸 수가 있냐.
Of course I am.
도서관에 가면 더 이상 연주를 못 할 수도 있다고.
This might be our last performance ever if we go to the library.
신나는 음악 속에서 다 털어버리라고.
Just check out all your worries with exciting music.
오잉크. 앞으로도 그런 시답지 않은 일로 집중 못해서 그따구로 연주하면 널 악기로 써버릴 거야.
Oink! If you keep getting distracted by petty concerns like that and half-ass your part, I'm gonna use you as my instrument.
찬성.
Second.
벌써부터 잡생각에 연주를 게을리하면 정말 곤란해.
We can let some little talks disturb our performance array.
너희들은 아직 신입이라 모를 거야. 나 때는 한 번이라도 연주하고 싶어서 별고생을 다 했는데.
You guys are still new, so you will have no idea the troubles we had to go through to perform back in my day.
나랑 꽃기호, 월 그리고 희호는 그때 들었던 아름답고 황홀한 연주를 다시 한번 재현하기 위해 모든 것을 내려놓고 예술에만 전념할 수 있는 음악대를 결성한 거라고.
Me, Daddle, Do, Woof, and Hee-Haw formed this band and devoted all of our time to music so that we could recreate the beautiful, beautiful performance we listened to on that fateful day.
자꾸 그렇게 정신 놓고 연주할래?
So quit gawking and concentrate on the music.
피아니스트의 연주. 오, 알아.
The pianist performance. Yes, I know.
나도 그때 그 감미로운 연주를 잊지 못해서 세븐 3과에 딱 사직서를 내고 음악대에 들어왔지.
I left the Seven Associations Section 3. I joined this band because I just couldn't forget that sweet melody.
난 모든 걸 내려놓고서라도 그런 연주를 직접 해보고 싶었어.
I wanted to make music like that myself, even if it meant to have to give up everything I had.
그래. 도시 전체에 울렸던 그 환상적인 선율을 떠올려 보라고.
Yeah. Remember that enchanting tune that echoed through the whole city.
10만여 명의 사람들로 이루어진 거대하고 웅장한 피아노.
That grand and majestic piano made of 100,000 people.
힘줄 하나하나가 튕기며 자아냈던 아름다운 선율.
The lovely sound created for each stroke of the tendons.
인간이 연주자에 의해서 얼마나 아름다운 소리를 뿜어낼 수 있는지 그제서야 깨달았지.
It made me realize how beautiful the sounds a human can make in the hands of the right performer.
특히 피날레에 이르던 해결서와의 합주.
Especially the ensemble with fixers at the finale.
격렬한 합주 끝에 해결사들도 피아노가 되어 함께 음악에 녹아들었잖아.
At the end
내가
of
그
that
자리에 있었다면 정말 좋았을 텐데.
intense concerto, the fixers become one with the piano and assimilated into the music. How I wish I could have been there.
그 자리에서 직접 공연을 감상한 내가 말해주자면 피날레는 정말 아름다웠다고.
Speaking as someone who watched the performance right at the scene, the finale was so wonderful, you know.
악보와 음표들이 말 그대로 눈앞에서 펼쳐졌어.
The musical scores and notes literally unraveled before my eyes.
그 악보 위를 따라 질주하며 피아니스트에게 돌진하던 해결사들.
The fixers ran across the score and charged at the pianist.
그리고 하나둘씩 음표에 파묻혀 몸이 터져나가고.
They were buried under the notes, one by one, their bodies blowing up.
죽지도 못해 향기로운 음표들을 쏟아내며 피아노의 일부가 되었지.
But they couldn't die. They became part of the piano, spewing out fragrant notes.
그리고 홀로 남은 마지막 해결사는 가장 정성스럽게 해체되고 아름다운 붉은 음표를 흩뿌리며 세상에서 가장 황홀한 소리를 자아냈어.
And the last fixer standing was taken apart carefully, making the most splendid sound imaginable as gorgeous red notes scattering from their body.
바로 그 연주 자체, 나를 관통했던 천상의 연주.
Yes, that performance, the heavenly music that pierced me.
마지막에 검은 침묵이 기어코 피아니스트의 손모가지 원목을 따서 분위기 다 잡쳤지만 말이야.
Well, but then the black silence intervened and cut off the pianist's hands and head. A total mouth killer.
나도 그 연주의 일부가 되고 싶었는데 말이지.
I wanted to be part of that performance too.
정말 부럽다. 난 사무소 안에서 저 멀리 들려오는 연주를 멍하니 들을 수밖에 없었는데.
Oh, I'm so jealous. I had to just sit in my office and listen to the music coming from a distance.
나도 하고 싶어. 발끝에 미치는 곡이라도 연주해보고 싶다고.
I wanna do it too. I wanna make music that's half as good as the pianist.
하지만 이게 뭐야. 아무리 악기에 복숭아뼈를 으깨고 힘줄을 튕겨도 종아리뼈에서 살을 긁어놔도 그 연주에는 닿을 수 없잖아.
But look at me. No matter how much I smashed the ankle bones, broke the tendons, and scrapped the flesh from the split bones of my instruments, I can't even get close to it.
게다가 히오와 꼬끼오가 그런 말도 했고.
And he handled those say things.
아니야, 윙크. 너무 조급해하지 마.
No, there is no need to be so impatient.
피아니스트의 연주에 비하면 우리는 발끝에도 미치지 못하지만
It's true that we still have a long way to go before we can perform like the pianist did.
확실히 점점 비슷한 소리가 나오고 있다고. 심혈을 기울여서 매일매일 연주를 하다 보면 다 할 수 있을 거야.
But we're getting close, you see. If we pour our heart and soul into our performance every day, we'll be able to make it one day.
꽃기호와 희호 그리고 월의 연주는 아름다웠잖아.
The performance by Duldu, Hiho, and Woof was wonderful, wasn't it?
맞아. 셋의 연주는 환상적이었지.
Yeah, the three gave a fantastic performance.
다음 공연 준비를 위해 여행을 떠나서 당분간 다시 듣지는 못하겠지만
They went on a trip to prepare for the next, so we won't get to hear it again for a while, so.
나도 언젠가 그런 연주를 할 수 있을까?
It was. Will I get to perform like that someday?
물론이지. 이번 연주를 끝낸 다음 희호가 부탁한 도서관 일을 처리하고 나서 다시 모두 함께 의논해보자.
Of course. Oh, I'm getting voices per. Well. Of course. Let's discuss this again after we finish this performance and handle the library job Hiho gave us.
희호가 곧 지금껏 없던 성대한 공연이 있을 거라 했어.
She said there's gonna be a performance bigger than ever.
게다가 도서관에서는 새로운 음악을 찾을 수 있을지도 모른다고.
And we might find new instruments in the library, you know?
나도 희호가 말했던 성대한 공연이 기대돼.
Yeah, I'm excited to see the performance Hiho mentioned.
어디 보자. 그래.
Let me see.
다음 공연은 대형 마트 같은 곳에서 하자고. 오잉크가 좋아하는 곳이잖아.
Why don't we perform in a supermarket next time? We like supermarkets, right?
나도 좋아. 마트는 다양한 종류의 악기들이 넘쳐나서 즐겁다고.
I mean too. It's fun to mess around with all kinds of instruments in supermarkets.
고마워 미야오. 고마워 무무. 나 좀 더 열심히 연습할게.
Thanks, Mew. Thanks, Mumu. I will practice harder.
좋아. 다들 연장 챙기라고.
Alright, you're up, everyone.
피아니스트는 죽어서도 미치광이들을 만들고 떠났구만.
Looks like the pianist left a whole bunch of nut jobs in his wake.
망가진 것에서부터 가장 아름다운 연주가 시작된다.
Is that a reference? A Lobotomy Corp reference? What? From Break and Ruin, the most beautiful performance begins.
너도 피아니스트의 연주가 듣고 싶은 거야?
What? Are you interested in listening to the pianist's music?
그럴 리가. 그런 음악은 지겹도록 들어봤거든.
No way. I've heard that kind of music more than enough times.
저런 미친놈이 또 있었다고?
There was another dirty musician like the pianist. Probably stronger, considering it was... Well, depends on what type of Aleph category you can say, right? So the greatest performance from Break that Ruin, the greatest performance begins is from an abnormality that comes from Lobotomy Corporation. It was the Silent Orchestra, an Aleph category, which it depends what category, form of category you are utilizing, if it's energy production or killing potential, because sometimes it gets confused between the two. If I remember now, in these times in Limbus Company, it's more like killing potential and combat powers, but it's because they're not even used to produce energy now. Well, at least not that we know of. They're getting studied abnormalities, but we don't know actually what are they use apart from getting ego weaponry for them. So maybe they can be once again utilized for energy, who knows. But yeah, probably considering it was Aleph and it did have not only a lot of energy production but also killing potential. If your nuggets were low level, they could actually he can eat, I suppose. Normally it's probably are living beings at the same time they're not, you can say. It could one shot low level clerks because it did a lot of area damage, and depending, he worked 4 movements from 1 movement to the 4th and finale and did area damage, so pretty destructive. But still the musician, no, the pianist, if I remember correctly, was categorized as WAG actually too, so they're pretty close.
비슷한데 조금 달라. 그러는 너는 피아니스트의 연주를 들어봤어?
Did I read that anyway? Oh yeah, I did. It's similar, but not exactly the same. How about you? Did you hear the music, the pianist music yourself?
오히려 그날 도시에서 그 망할 소리를 듣지 못한 녀석은 드물겠지.
Duh, It will be a lot faster to count the people in the city than didn't hear that damn sound.
연주가 나를 관통하다 못해 후벼 팔 정도였어. 그리고 또
It's music.
아니다. 그런 연주는 두 번 다시 떠올리고 싶지 않거든.
Then you pierce me. It almost ravaged my whole being. And then, never mind. I wanna remember that performance again.
어쨌든 음악한다는 녀석 중에 제정신이 박힌 사람은 없다니까.
Anyway, musicians are all mold to be bashed in the head one way or another.
다들 종말로 이끄는 연주를 굉장히 좋아하네.
They seem to love performance that leads to doom indeed.
그들만 이해할 수 있는 세계라도 있나 보지.
Yes, they're living in their own world that no one else can understand.
고양이는?
Cat goes.
야옹야옹.
Are you going to left and say it?
돼지는?
Pig goes.
꿀꿀꿀.
토끼는?
Rabbit goes.
슬프다.
This is so sad.
환영합니다, 손님. 저는 이곳의 관장이자
Let in there, guess. I'm the direct.
무무, 너무 기죽지는 마.
Momo, don't be so down.
하지만 토끼는 이렇다 할 만한 울음소리가 없다고.
But rabbits don't have any signature cry sounds.
우리가 지어주는 거야.
Then we can make one.
좋아.
Good idea.
얘들아,
Everyone.
참 가지가지하네.
What are those nonsense?
그런데 파랑머리 넌 뭐해? 안 들여보내주고?
Why are you just standing there, Ruina? Are you gonna let us in?
이런 기계 새끼가 손님을 언제까지 기다리게 할 거야?
A stupid little machine. Don't keep your guests waiting.
뭐?
What?
저거 비창거리는 것 좀 봐. 시뻘건 피까지 흘리네?
Waha. Look at it stumble. It's got red blood too.
피를 흘려도 살수군 기계 덩어리네. 에이 기분 나쁘군.
It can bleed, but the inside is still a bunch of metallic junk. Not a good vibe. Oh.
이번에는 다리를 분질러 줄 수도 있으니까 빨리 들여보내기나 해.
Hurry up and let us in before we break your legs. Don't have that three. So let's do it with Salvador. But yeah, they were not. Well, they can move themselves. One's trying to do random allies, but for some reason they had pretty low values at this point. Because I guess you are they're supposed to get the strength. Oink, Momo, ready to perform? Ready when you are. Okay, time for a creative exercise. I want to. Let's see. Pretty common. I can work with that one. No need to get the energy. This one is the one that was decently one. A 3 cost. That technically is a 1 cost as long as you have the light. And decent values 3 to 8, 3 to 7. They also have good values, my friend. 5 to 18. Dangerous one, that is. Fine. As you never know, right? But still. Let it get the attack. Let him not gain any. Too feeble. Maybe the one I should attack should be Mumutan. Fragile. So fragile still, then fragile. Here you are. Serve the act gives 1 fuel to 2 random enemies. So that one not doing any time. One more, 1 strength. to strength. Someone is going to get a lot of strength and you didn't get enough life, huh? Oh no. But he can not clash against that one, so we're gonna just receive the attack then. You still die. Vincent, probably let it maintain. Oh, this one is also attacking Salvador. Ah, yeah, it was the one that we already know. Want to see something cool? Maybe actually, now that I think about it, solidarity with Salvador won't be so bad. Offset a bit of the low values it can have. It's a pure luck with those cards, so to help here is my chance. Yeah, sure. Lower costume those ones. We instruct with random allies and hits. Free one people to two random enemies. Oh yeah, it did get it in Sunset Bay. Oh yeah, Sunset 1 to 6 is all luck dependent, so Horace, Mio, you can die now. Very well done. Good value, so probably here's my chance. Probably. I'll set a bit of lower. Well, I can technically fight against it, so fine, let's do it that way. Got you, big expected. A 1. Ah, this is the exact sound. When hit. Who still has a bit of, I guess, funny enough. Ah, this is it. The exact sound I was looking for. I always say use that sound was pretty soft. We won't be able to perform together anymore. Don't worry, you are going to be able to. Use not in this world, my friend. Don't have this one does. In this part. Well, this one's gone. He's gone too. That's alright. Do it with a flash of setup. No, almost. Roll the lowest. I nailed it in my dying breath. Thanks for being passionate about making music until the end. And detonate, bonk. That's the sound, you guys hear it too? The melody that penetrates me. Cockle-doo, meow. Hee-haw, woof. Meow, oink, mumu and musicians of Bremen. Closing down.
뭐야? 엔젤라 어떻게 된 거야?
What in the... Angela, what's going on?
그 피는... 넌 피를 흘릴 수 없는 몸이었잖아.
That's blood. I thought you were a pure machine.
그러게. 게다가 원래 몸이라면 이 정도 충격은 영향을 주지 않을 텐데.
I'm surprised as well. That much impact shouldn't have made me flinch either.
맞은 곳은 괜찮아?
You're right. Does it hurt bad?
아직 문제는 없어. 하지만 맞는다는 것은 굉장히 아픈 거네.
Still fine. Now I see how much it hurts to get hit.
설마 진짜 인간에 가까워지고 있는 거야?
Could be you're getting closer to being human.
자유에 가까워지는 모습 중 하나겠지. 걱정할 필요 없는 수준이야.
It may be one of the signs that I'm approaching my freedom. There's no need to be worried just yet. Keep right, huh? Sayo and Meow, which is the Queen of Heaven. Ooh, I think I didn't shout that one. Probably it was or imagination, right? So, well, first, I guess yeah. Let me make one. Oh, let's burn first to make it in video. Make one for hot with Sayo, and I guess one of the musicians. Not that way, don't look it. Oinks, one fuel to 2 random enemies, an improv drumming, one super blood attack deal more damage, 1 to 2, and the start of the act, give 1 strength to 2 random allies. Heavy picks is technically good too, 1 feeble to 2 random enemies, so it's minus 1 strength. This one, if you can make it win, 3 to 5. 1 strength to 2 random allies next in. None HP. As long as you are maintaining a good steady supply of what? Strength? Probably to make sure it rolls a 5 at least. Well, still, this one is the decent one, I suppose. 1 strength to 2 random allies. Red notes. 1 strength, but 1 5 1 2 4. I guess if you have luck. 1 feeble to a random enemy. Oh, hard rehearsal. The restore to life, the 3 cost at least at 1 cost. Very well. Then time to make decks. Alright, I will say it's pretty ready. It's good. Olga continues to be the same, just managed to replace the how you call it? The 3 to 5, 3 to 5 for this one, that more options to discard, and also it's getting bottom deal, so it's getting an extra card draw to make sure she maintains getting during decisions, right? Sayos needs gets the passives of Yin and Yang, actually. Funny enough, actually. Yins and Yangs, yeah. Huh? Do you notice that one? Well, this one. So in cover, 1 head-to-head and 2 sharp blades, and 10 for drawing, 1 of light and more draw, which slash, so she's getting the +2/+1 power. And 1 meows, which to her rehearsals to clash in power, the 2 feeble in case she has the opportunity, light restoration, 2 for draw. Hopefully she doesn't hurt so much from light, but still. Unforgettable memory to buff allies and 1 to fuel enemies. So hopefully everything goes alright.
아무것도 안 먹으면 죽을 거야.
Help yourself. You're gonna starve to death if you don't eat anything.
신경 써주셔서 감사합니다만
Thanks for the meal.
아직 입맛이 없어요.
But I don't feel like eating yet.
사무소가 통째로 전멸했는데 그럴만하지. 그래도
No.
마음 독하게 먹으라고.
Be patient, my friend. No wonder your office got wiped out. You should harden your heart still.
자기 잘못이라고 생각하고 있어?
You think it was your fault?
네,
제가 말렸더라면,
Yes. Had I stopped them,
제가 좀 더 노련하고
had I been stronger,
강했더라면,
more mature,
제가 도망치지만 않았더라면,
had I stayed there and not run away,
그러면 네 책임이야.
then it's your fault.
예?
Oh?
네가 어리숙하고 약해 빠져서 동료들이 다 죽은 거 맞다고.
You were too deaf and weak to keep out the others safe. It's your fault that everyone died.
이제 마음이 좀 편해졌어? 네가 편한 대로 생각하면 돼.
Feel better now? Think what you want.
일이 벌어지면 결과에 생각하기 편한 이유를 갖다 붙이면 되잖아?
When something happens, all you gotta do is make up reasons that are convenient to you, no?
실제 원인이 무엇인지보다 납득하고 싶은 대로만 생각하고 싶은 거잖아.
It's not like you actually care about the cause. You just want to believe whatever that convinces you.
어이 꼬맹이들 너무 괴롭히지 마.
Hey kids, don't bully that boy too hard now.
난 안 괴롭혔어. 갈궜던 건 파멜리 뿐이라고.
He didn't do anything. It was all family.
그래 필립. 이제 이야기할 정신이 들었나?
Alright, Philip. Feeling well enough to talk now?
네. 배려 감사드립니다.
Yes, thank you for your kindness.
형제 사무소인데 돕고 살아야지.
We're sisters' office after all. Gotta help each other out. Help?
미안하게 됐네. 우린 그때 마침 12구 골목에서 뒤틀림 사건을 처리하던 중이었어.
I'm sorry we couldn't help. We were in the middle of hunting a case of distortion in the streets of District 12.
8시에 서커스에 당한 놈들은 오직 광기와 쾌락만을 위한 쇼를 펼치더군.
Those victimized by the 8 o'clock circus held a show of pure insanity and hedonism.
마치 지옥 속의 축제 같았지. 어지간히 애를 먹었어.
It was akin to a festival in hell. Gave us quite a bit of trouble.
그래서 나 몸 한 번 교체했잖아. 이 몸은 정말 내 취향이 아닌데.
I had to get my body replaced too. This one series is not my style.
의체인가요? 하지만 그 모습은 윤리 개정안에 걸리지 않나요?
Is that a robotic body? Doesn't that shape infringe the ethics amendment too?
의체가 아니라 내 몸의 복사본이야. 내가 예전에 들어두는 생체 복구 보험이 있거든.
It's not mechanical. It's a clone of my body. I got biological body recovery insurance some time ago. Because yeah, family is was I suppose a bit higher. Which funny, Pamela with the more mature voice you can say is the one shorter.
파멜리의 몸뚱아리는 형체도 남지 않게 찢겨서 이 방법이 아니고서야 해결책이 없더라고.
Family's body was torn apart beyond recovery, so this was the only way we had to left for her.
그나마 대가리라도 남은 게 다행이었지. 해결사 보험은 돈만 빼먹는 순 도둑놈들인 줄 알았는데
Her head was
드물게 덕을 본 거야.
fully intact. I thought Fixer's insurance were a complete robbery, but it did help us what for once.
참, 너네 사무소는 해결사 보험 같은 거 안 들어뒀어?
Speaking of, doesn't your office have any insurance?
얼마 안 된 신입이라 경황이 없어 그것까지는 잘 모르겠습니다.
I was a relative new member at the office, so I didn't know that much.
나중에라도 알아보는 게 좋을 거야. 보험 형태와 조건도 다양하니까.
Yeah, you'll want to see if the office had any. There are many types of insurance with various conditions.
몸을 복구한 건 다행인데 말이지. 왜 하필 이런 몸일까?
It's nice to have a body again, but why did it have to be this?
뭐? 당장 급해서 기껏 복사 시술을 해줬는데 저 새끼 말하는 꼬라지 봐라.
What? I urgently had body cloning surgery to save you, and this is how you thank me?
비싸면 뭐하냐고. 거울 볼 때마다 삶의 의욕이 안 나는데.
What's the point? Maybe just looking at the mirror is discouraging.
그 몸 망가뜨리기만 해봐.
Don't you dare damage that body.
아니다. 그냥 이번에는 어떤 방법으로든 복구할 수 없게 죽어버리는 게 낫겠다.
You know
그러면
what?
복사본 값은 안 줘도 돼.
Why don't you just die a permanent death this time? That way you can recover by any means. You won't have to pay me for that clone body then.
맞짱 뜨자는 거?
You asking for a fight?
그래, 이 새끼야.
Yeah, you punk.
살바도르 말대로 자네 쌍화차 타는 솜씨 하나는 일품이군.
You certainly are masterful at making someone so those day.
과찬이십니다.
You flatter me, sir.
필립, 자네 생각은 어떤가? 도서관이 뒤틀림과 관련이 있어 보였나?
A penny for your thoughts, Philip. Did the library appear to be related to the distortion phenomenon in any way?
모르겠습니다. 뒤틀림을 직접 겪어본 적이 없어서요.
I'm not sure. I haven't experienced a distortion myself.
하지만 그 어떤 것보다도 이질적으로 보였습니다.
Would that place look more alien than anything I ever seen?
스승님과 선배는 그곳에서
And master
바뀌었고
and Sombe, they got turned into books there.
도움이 안 되는군.
That doesn't help.
이 문제에 대해서는 여러 협회가 꽤 예민해져 있다네.
Several associations have started keeping an eye on this matter.
협회뿐만이 아니지. 날개와 손가락들도 뒤틀림에 대해서는 어떻게 해야 할지 감을 못 잡고 있으니까.
It's not just associations. Even the wings and the fingers are clueless about what to make of the distortion.
예,
Alright.
그런 건 아무 상관없다는 표정이구만.
You don't seem too interested in the current topic.
뒤틀림이고 뭐고 간에 자네는 지금 당장이라도 도서관으로 돌아가서 동료들의 책을 찾고 싶은 것이지.
You must want to forget all these thoughts about the distortion and head right back to the library and retrieve the books of your colleagues.
마음 같아서는 그러고 싶습니다.
I wish I could do just that.
하지만 스승님께서 남겨주신 쪽지에는 섣불리 행동하지 말고 오스카님에게 의지하라고 적혀 있습니다.
Would my master say to me in his note that I shouldn't act hastily and instead depend on your aid?
그 친구도 참 곤란한 걸 떠넘겨줬군.
That old friend left me with quite a troublesome little fellow.
이 일이 늘 그래왔지만 그 친구 아내와 자식들 상심이 크겠어.
That is a staple in this business, but his wife and children must be heartbroken still.
혹시 만나봤나?
Have you met them?
아니요, 아직 찾아뵙지 못했습니다.
No. I couldn't visit them yet.
왜지?
Why is that?
면목이 없어서 말이죠.
I'm too ashamed to face them.
우리의 다음 목적지는 도서관이네. 장비 챙겨두도록.
Our next stop will be the library. Ready your gear.
감사합니다.
Thank you, sir.
착각하지는 말게. 목적지가 같기 때문에 데려가 주는 것뿐이니까.
Don't mistake this for kindness. We're simply taking you with us because we're already planning to go there.
그리고 친구에 대한 최소한의 책임을 치를 뿐이지.
And this is the least I can do to bear responsibility for my old friend's death.
적어도 우리 사무소에서는 절대 자네 같은 해결사를 받지 않을 거야.
Personally,
물을 흐리거든.
I will never let a fixer like you join my office. It will give us a bad name.
동료들을 위해서 받은 은혜에 보답하기 위해서 행동하는 것이 그렇게 한심한 일입니까?
Huh? It's wrong. It is so pathetic for me to want to repay the favors of my colleagues for their sake.
어딜 가도 정에 연연하지 말라느니, 급에 맞지 않는다느니, 어리숙하다느니.
Everyone says that not to act upon attachment, that is an unclassy and naive thing to do.
해결사라면, 아니, 도시에 살아가는 사람이라면 누군가를 위해서 행동하면 안 되는 것입니까?
Can't we as fixers? No! As people living in the city, do anything on behalf of the others?
짜증나서 못 들어주겠네. 네가 잘못 생각하고 있다고 했어?
Gosh, you're insufferable. Didn't even say that you were wrong or anything.
그런 생각을 하는 해결사는 우리 사무소에서 받지 않겠다는 것뿐이잖아. 궁상 좀 떨지 마.
He doesn't want those kind of fixers in our office. Simple as that. Don't be miserable ass about it.
감정에 휘둘리는 놈만큼 등을 맡기기에 위험한 놈도 없으니까.
Nothing is an unreliable someone was easily swayed by their
너
feelings.
하나 챙기자고 우리가 다 죽어도 된다는 거야 뭐야?
You want us all to die just so you can fulfill your ideas or what?
자네는 자신이 누군가를 위해서 행동한다고 굳게 믿고 있겠지.
You must be sincerely believing that your actions are for others.
삭막하고 이기적인 도시의 사람들과 달리 자신은 이타적으로 행동하고 있다고.
That you are different from all the other unkind and selfish citizens of this city.
그 이상의 가치를 위해 싸우고자 한다고.
Thinking that you're fighting for some higher cause.
하지만 그것은 철저히 이기적인 생각이야.
would know that those are in fact entirely selfish thoughts.
이기적인 생각 중에서도 자신을 속이는 가장 위험한 부류지.
It's the most dangerous kind of selfishness. You deceive yourself into thinking you're selfless.
이타적인 행동이라는 건 인간에게 있을 수 없어. 누군가를 위해서 목숨을 바치겠다는 것도 자신을 위한 것이야.
There can be no thing such as selfless actions for humans. Even the act of self-sacrifice is ultimately for oneself.
그것도 주위의 사람들을 좀먹으며 파멸로 이끄는 아주 위험한 이기주의.
A very dangerous kind of selfishness. One that slowly eats away at your peers and leads them to damnation.
선,
어이!
말은 그럴싸하겠지만 정말 네가 살바도르나 다른 동료들을 위해서 열을 내는가 싶기도 하군.
You gave a fine speech, but I must wonder if you truly upset for the sake of Salvador and your other late colleagues.
먼저 준비하고 있도록 하겠습니다.
I will go prepare myself.
필립이라는 녀석이 상처받았을지 어떨지 모르지만 나도 동의하는 바야.
That Philly guy seems to be hard, but we with Oscar here.
자신이 아닌 누군가를 위해서라는 껍질 뒤에 숨은 이기주의만큼 지독하고 위험한 게 없어.
Few things are as dangerous and nasty as selfishness in the guise of for the sake of someone
알 것
else.
같아. 자신이 아닌 누군가를 위한 것이라 각오한 마음만큼 무섭고 추악한 게 없지.
I think I know what you mean. The determination to work for the good of others can be a dreadful and loathsome weapon,
그것이 희생을 감수할 가치가 있는 정이라고 생각할수록
especially if one strongly believes that the justice they're pursuing is worth sacrificing for.
그 자부심에 취해 주의를 보지 않는 거야. 어떻게 되든 상관없는 거지.
They're blinded by self-righteousness and have no regards for their surroundings. They don't care what happens to others.
오직 그 정의를 위해 다른 것들을 짓밟아가며 달려나가도 돼. 당위성이 부여되니까.
They justify themselves for pressing forward pursuing their justice, crushing everything in their way.
와하, 이번엔 정말 마음이 통한 것 같아. 나 감동했어.
Whoa. This might be the first time we understood each other for real. I'm touched, man.
샴페인이라도?
How about some champagne?
야, 표정 안 펴? 짜증나게 하네 진짜.
Stop frowning already, will you? You are so annoying.
극복해가는 중이잖아. 배려 좀 해주자.
He's still recovering. We should give him some space.
이런 사소한 것도 미묘한 컨디션에 영향을 준다고.
Tiny things like this can still affect my physique.
됐습니다. 전
Physique?
신경 쓰지
Sick?
마세요.
Oh yeah, sick.
여러분 발목은 잡지 않겠습니다.
Never mind. You don't need to care about me. I will try not to be a hindrance.
자네가 발목을 잡을 것 같다고 판단한 순간 난 자네를 꿰뚫을 거야.
I will stop you as soon as determined that you're getting on our way.
환영합니다, 손님. 분위기가 영 좋지 않네요.
Greetings, dear guest. Though Europe seems to be in a rather ill mood.
기계인 줄 알았다만 인간이 섞여 있는 것인가?
I thought you were partially machine, but could it be that you are partially human?
너무 그렇게 노려보지는 마. 죽이려고 찌른 건 아니고 잠깐 확인해보고 싶었으니까.
Don't stare at us suspiciously now. We just packed you to make sure not to kill you or anything.
무례하네. 예절이란 것을 배우지 못했나 봐.
How rude. Has anyone taught you how to behave?
도서관의 사서는 상냥하다고 들었는데
I heard the librarian of this place was supposed to be nice.
다짜고짜 뺨을 날리는 손님에게 더 이상 예의를 갖출 필요성을 못 느껴서 말이야.
Someone advised me that there is no need to be courteous with ill-mannered guests who slap and spit me in my face without reason.
미안하네. 우리 목숨이 어떻게 될지 모르는 상황에서 예의를 차릴 틈 같은 건 없어서 말이야.
Apologize. We can afford to be polite when our very lives are at risk.
어련하시겠어?
Oh, really now?
자네들은 정보와는 인상이 다르네.
This seems like we heard about her alone.
나름의 고충에 있나 보지.
She must have had her own woes. Oscar Pamela some Philip Crybabies. Stigmata, what's this? Rue 272525. It's like the, how do you call it? The way, no, sway. All to cause, huh? If you don't let him get any Emotion is not going to afford his own death. Wedge tests to pierce stagger damage and pierce damage. Piercer. Same deck, indeed. Collision 4 to 8, which is a 5 to 9. On Crash Wind, Restore Light. Spear Sweep. On Crash Wind, deal to opponent 2 damage to the opponent. 4 to 7. High speed stabbing 1 to 5 and dodge. For 0 cost, winter values, which is 2 to 6. Not bad. Unrelenting. Upon taking a lethal blow, reduce all incoming damage, including what activated this passive, by 25. For the scene, activate 1 per act. Pierce, and Pierce power. The same. Sparking Spear 3 to 7, which is a 4 to 8. Draw 1 page. And Pierce 6 to 18. Deal 5 damage to the target. Do I have something with first die block? I guess this one. Only this one. Very well. There's going to be a fight with remaining axe, so axe? No floors, huh? Let's see how it goes. We might die actually. We are fully focused. How do you call it? Offensive deck, so it's still a possibility. I have to prove the fixers of this office wrong. Please don't get into the same troubles as last time. You should know how much of a hassle it is. It seems you learned nothing from the incident last time. Keep your focus on the enemies. You wanna keep picking fights, huh? Why don't you worry about your own body? 6 to 18, which an extra 5 damage. Are they any of them extremely weak to pierce? Funny enough, no. They're resistant to pierce, somewhat. Excellent. I'm going to ignore that one. Let me see. 4. This one. Rehearsal. Now think about it. One of... no, first this one is alright. I don't need her to do damage. Change. This, the important one from Salvador. Well, not Salvador. What was your name, my friend? Oh yeah, I remember. 1, 2, 3, 2, 5. Actually, yeah, I guess. Did it wrong. There we go. I ignore that one. You. Oh, the 4 to 8. That one, well, you have one feeble. So it's going to be 4 to 8. It's going to be about luck. You have the strength, so maybe everything goes well. No die. Excellent. Perfect. Even better, my friend. Ooh. Mighty fine. Rules of 5 x so he's going to... Excellent results. And now he's beginning to gain extra heavy peaks. Yeah, I guess feeble to enemies. All of them, so we get 1. Flash of Son of... no, she's going to have only 2 energy, so hopefully light, not energy. This one... she can ink over now. Very well done. We are going to have energy, so... the speed, huh? quite a few focusing. Stigmatize. Let me take it with this one. Clash. Ooh, just had to draw the bad ones, huh? Alright, I guess technically that one still can work. I'm not going to be able to clash again. That one was alright, I suppose. Okay, peaks. Damage. Ouch, was still manageable. Dodge. Perfect results for what we have. Ouch. That not so perfect. Stagger. I can't seem to move. I can't take another step ahead. This doesn't feel good. We should be on our toes. It can all be attributed to the intention of the individual. Paralysis. Block. I don't use blocks. So who? Fair enough. Sayo already gets enough power by herself. And Pamela, which one were you? Wait there. What other ones can die already? Even better if I... No, thank you. Probably better do that one first then. Get one light, you are at the limit of life. Do it with a 5, so it's first. And clash. Head to head. No, here's my chance. My only chance. Man. I'm really... Well, two random people. It's can work for us. Wait. Head to head. Sharpen blade. Associating all the power. It maybe even doesn't get to clash, but still. There we go. Oh, still low. I think Pamela's going to die. Oof. Close. Slash dash. Use what the doctor ordered me to get. Ui. Magican is dying. I need something to... Well, if you have played library before, you know what cards do I need. Not card, it's a passive. Not going to make him attack for the moment. Let him maintain the health. That was such an idiotic move. Perhaps I got it too so slow. I didn't want to make such a mistake.
또다시
Yet again.
이렇게
Ay.
이번에는 끝까지 함께 싸울 수 있을 거라고 생각했는데
I thought I could fight with them until the end this time.
난 대체 언제까지 누군가의 뒤에 숨어서
How long I'm going to keep hiding behind
내가
others?
그들과 끝까지 함께 싸웠다면
What could
무엇이
have
달라졌을까?
changed if I stood with them and fought alone?
나에게도 무언가에 맞설 용기가 있다면
If only I had the courage to stand up to something.
그 용기라도 있었다면 나는
If I had that courage,
도망치라는 말에 난 주저했어.
when I was told to run, I hesitated.
선배와 스승님을 두고 도망을 친다면 겁쟁이처럼 보이지 않을까? 그들은 계속 계속 함께 해주길 원하지 않았을까?
If I ran away, leaving my master and Sonbai behind, they might think of me as a coward. Maybe they actually wanted me to stay with them.
하지만 내가 내린 판단은
But the decision I made
그들을 위한다는 명목하에 그들의 말을 따르는 거였어.
was to listen to them, believing that it was for their sake.
내가 여기 있으면 걸림돌일 뿐이라고. 내가 여기서 할 수 있는 건 없으니 밖에서 도움을 청해야겠다고.
I convinced myself that it would be only a hindrance if I stayed. There is nothing I can do here, so I should go outside and ask others for help.
이 모든 건 선배와 스승님을 위한 것이라고.
This is all for Sonbai and Master.
이건 누군가를 위한 일이야. 나는 누군가를 위해서 목숨을 바칠 각오까지 했으니까.
That I am doing this for others. I was determined to sacrifice myself for others.
하지만 지금은 때가 아닐 뿐이야. 물론 나는 끝까지 누군가를 위할 것이니 괜찮아.
But I forfeited, telling myself that it wasn't at the right time. Told myself it's fine because I'm still a selfless man.
더럽고 추악한
Said
이기적인 사람.
a vile and selfish person.
선배와 스승님을 위해 쐐기 사무소 분들을 이곳에 끌어들였고
I involved wedge office telling them this is for my master and Sonbai.
그들의 희생을 당연하게 여기며 다시 도망쳤지.
And I took their sacrifice for granted and ran away again.
나를 위해서가 아니다.
It's not for myself.
내가 하려는 일에 대한 당위성을 부여하기 위해
Trying to justify what I wanted to do.
끝없이 반복하는 그들을 위한 타인을 위한 누군가를 위한
Endlessly parroting for them, for others, for someone else. For whom?
나를 위한 이기심을 감추려 포장하고 지장한 말들.
The words I utter to disguise my selfishness as something greater.
그 말대로 제일 이기적이고 위험한 건 나였어.
He was right. I was the most selfish and dangerous person.
더 이상 누군가를 위한다는 말로 꾸미고 싶지 않아.
I want to embellish my motives saying it's for others.
모든 일은 날 위한 거라고.
I was doing it all for me.
그 어떤 것보다도 나를 위해서.
For myself above anything
그
else.
누구보다 슬퍼하고 있는 나를 위해서.
For me, who's feeling sadder than anyone. Flames. Dramatic. Ooh, actually, I think you might die. Well, such is life, I suppose.
나를 위해 대신 울어줄 사람은 없어.
No one's going to cry on my behalf, even if I'm sad.
결국 이 아픔은 내가 안고 가야 하는 거겠지.
This sadness is mine to bear after all. Now that I think about it, Philip's semi-ego, because he's not a complete one, could have been a pretty cool and strong one, because it was a complete, complete armor and weapon. So 2 for 1, because a lot of the time the egos, well, we haven't seen all that much egos. Now that I think about it, to use 2, I think. Well, for myself, the red mist ego and the red gaze ego. Funny enough, 2 red colors, huh? The red gaze ego and the red mist was an armor too, which increased a lot of her power. And she had a ego weapon, but it was from lobotomy, I guess you can say, the mimicry. But here Philip is gaining both the armor and the weapon, so if he had managed to make it completely, I wonder how strong could he have become.
이 감정을 없애지 못한 채
With
계속 안고 가야 한다면
We are just going to slime him now. If I must carry this emotion, if I can get rid of it.
그 늪에 잠겨 좌절하다 결국 자기 좋을 대로 생각하는 짓을 반복해야 한다면
If I have to repeat this cycle of sinking into the swamp of despair and then thinking whatever comforts me.
차라리 이 슬픔과 함께 일어설 수 있는 길을 택하겠어.
Then I will take the path of getting back on my feet with this sadness instead.
할 수 있다고 믿으니까. 해야만 하는 일이니까.
Because I believe I can do it. Because it's what I must do.
어떻게든 앞으로 나아가야 해. 이 힘은 분명 나에게 주어진 기회일 테니.
I have to move forward. This power has to be an opportunity given to me. But yeah, he managed to go to what? Without a lower 250 maybe HP? 2 to 3 times what he no. It is 3 times what he had before, so I will end this fight for sure this time. Wait, actually, as I remember, this one was not copyrighted. I am not getting anything for videos anyways because subscriber amount would Shimmering, the first of to have shimmering at the start of each scene exhausts all pages in hand and deck and add new pages to hand, their cost becomes 0. Burning Passion. At the start of the scene, inflict 3 burn to all enemies if this character is not staggered. At the start of the scene... So, trees. Daniel is going to die. He's going to burn and will he bleeds. Unstable Shell of an Ego. Regularly shifts between Feather Shield and Setting Sword modes. Inflicted burn after taking hits and upon attacking, respectively. Will use Blasting Strike periodically. So what you're doing after taking a hit, inflict a burn to the attacker. Take -5 damage from attacks. You know what? Actually, yeah, Daniel it's not going to attack. I will be killing him practically. Don't even know if it's a good idea to attack with the other ones. Would be he might need to attack. Well, it's not. He's going to get 2 to 5. What do you get for? Because if he attacks, 2 burn from every attack. Now maybe get direct damage is better, huh? Yeah, this could, or no, actually, get this one, these 2. And he's receiving -5 damage, so 3, yeah, I guess better to hit against stagger enemies allow is recovered HP. Five is going to die next turn, technically. It's alright, it's alright. Attacking him, attacking him. You know what, actually, yeah, just this attack. Let him do the attack. Let's not burn necessarily. Sad. Oi oi. From where did you receive all that shield? There we go. On a successful hit, inflict 4 burn. 4? Alright, buddy. Fears, use, no, you don't have. It's alright, I suppose. No die. And she's going to kill him. It's alright. He managed to accomplish his purpose. Let's see. Ah, she has happy face. Excellent. Recovering health. Stagger, so I hate you. I think I can kill this just in case, I suppose. Rehearsal and flash. Going to record part of the light, so it's alright. There we go. Wait, why? Still have to finish this! Nah. Contain 2 copies of combat page, series 4. Imperfect egos. No, he didn't get imperfect ego, but I guess because he died. A shame I received the stagger one too late. Plus 1 HP, Kurokumo henchman. 5% chance to boost slash stagger damage by 1 when attacking a target with 10 or more bleed. Oscar, family, Pamela, Oscar, and Wedge office.
와, 그 필립이라는 애송이 녀석 대체 뭐야?
Whoa. What's up with that Philip kid?
언제 그런 공방 장비까지 갖춘 거지? 아니, 공방 장비라도 아까 같은 성능을 내기는 불가능할 텐데.
When did he get such a high-performing workshop gear? No. Not even the workshops could make equipment as good as that.
이건 오히려
This actually reminds me of that guy.
이지요.
Ego.
에고인 것 같아.
That guy. Actually, you know one? As I said before, we know two people that had ego. It's the Red Gaze and the Red Miss, right? The Red Miss, she already died. She's not in the story anymore. But the Red Gaze is a person with ego too. And if I remember correctly, in one of the, I don't know if it was in a, how it was called, in a Q&A, or it was using the series, mini-series he had of the Red Gaze. Roland supposedly knows the Red Gaze. Yeah, it was a question to Roland, which, if I remember really, it was a conversation where Angela asked Roland who were the most dangerous color fixers from now, and he mentions the Red Gaze. So yeah, when scientists actually, it might be a reference to that one, that he knows the Red Gaze, or maybe it's a reference to something else. I am getting all mixed up, but maybe.
이지우 에고? 자아를 말하는 거야?
Ego? You mean ego? As in someone else's consciousness?
시답지 않은 말장난이야. 본질은 같아.
It's a silly wordplay. They're essentially the same thing.
자아의 껍데기. 마음을 실체화한 거야.
The shell of one's ego. It's a physical manifestation of the mind.
뭐, 마음? 마음을 실체화한다고? 그런 두루뭉실한 현상이 실제로 가능한 거야?
What? The mind? Physically brought about? That sounds too big to be a real thing that could happen.
엘사 특이점이었어. 좀 다르긴 했지만
It was the singularity of L-Corp, although the process was different.
엘사는 의도적으로 추출해냈다면 필립이라는 사람은 백이야 흑주의 영향이겠지.
While L-Corp extracted ego deliberately, Philip must have manifested his thanks to the influence of white nights and dark days.
그러네. 어느 정도 이해가 가.
Yeah, I understand somewhat now.
뭐야, 혼자 납득하고. 그럼 저런 힘을 돈도 안 바르고 마음에서 마구 뽑아낼 수도 있는 거라고?
Put the brakes on your train of thought for a moment. You mean anyone can just strike powerful equipment like that from their mind and from your charge?
나도 직접 발현한 것을 본 건 처음이니까 그렇게 닥달하지는 마.
Don't rush me. This is also my first time seeing it manifest this way.
정 궁금하면 그 녀석이 도망치게 두지 말았어야지.
If you were so curious, you shouldn't have let him get away.
아, 나도 모르겠다. 그 할배가 그런 장치를 달아뒀을 줄이야. 여전히 솔직하지 못하네, 오스카는.
I know that Good will put that kind of advice on him. Old man Oscar's still not honest to himself.
나이 많은 친구들이 여럿 있나 봐.
You seem to have a number of old friends.
그야 구를 대로 구른 늙은이들이니까 해결사 일하면서 얼굴 한두 번은 봤지 않겠어?
Well, yeah, they're seasoned veterans with mountains of experience. It's hard not to run into them at least one or twice as a fixer, you know. It's still only different, huh? The last one being this. Good. We are getting close of time. 1 hour for episode, I would say it's pretty decent. And also, if this time I remember correctly, this one is actually quite lengthy too. Just burn box first. Let's first burn box for Dex next Pamela's wedge, Pamela's. Oh, they do have the different, huh? And Oscar's on Ramping, Piercer, and Wedge. They actually maintain their passives. Transpierce maintains it the same. Swift collision 4 to 8, which 5 to 9 for them, to 9 for them. Sparkle Spear 4 draw 4 to 8, and this one 2 to 6 technically. With solidarity. Now we can make better builds for the affiliates. We just need more die. So maybe next time is Netsuch turn. With, I guess, yeah, speed die is technically just a 4 cost, considering which is still also 4, so maybe do it then. No, yeah, still here to maintain the well, still I will not be able to make solidarity. Only with Oscars. Where are you? What? Ah, here. Because if not, well, 4. Well, no, yeah, 4 and 4 from Wedge and from the speed die can actually you make them. One Oscar. Well, then, yeah, Netsuch turn next, and this fight in maybe the Queen of Hatred. Well, we will have to see. Thank you for watching. You can tell me what do you think of this episode, and what do you think about Otis. Perfect Otis. But yeah, see you next time. Bye bye.